Today, we're learning a simple and powerful strategy for revising your writing. It's an acronym called ARMS, and writers use it to make their sentences clearer, stronger, and easier to understand. The A stands for add. The R stands for remove. The M stands for move. And the S stands for substitute. Revising is not the same as editing. Editing focuses on improvements to grammar, spelling, punctuation, and word choice. Revision focuses on big picture changes to the structure, content, and ideas of a text. Let's break down ARMS step by step. A means add. Here, you want to add more details, examples, or explanations to make your ideas stronger and clearer. You may want to add more dialogue or add more details to the scene to make it more vivid. You could also write about the character's thoughts and feelings about what's going on at that moment in the story. Ask yourself, what else does my reader need to know? Did I explain my ideas? Do I need an example? Or should I add a transition word? Here's an example. Kayla opened her lunchbox. She saw a cookie. She smiled. She started eating. While these sentences describe what is happening, it's dry and boring. It doesn't paint a vivid picture in the reader's mind. Let's revise it. Kayla opened her lunchbox and saw a cookie wrapped neatly with a cute note attached. Reading the note curiously, her expression slowly changed to a bright smile. My mom remembered my favorite, she happily thought to herself. She started eating, enjoying the sweet taste and smell that she had enjoyed since she was little, a comfort that always made her feel warm inside. I can't wait to tell her thank you, she whispered with quiet excitement. In the revised version, we can imagine how the cookie is wrapped and visualize the note from her mom attached to the cookie. There is also an inner dialogue and more emotions are mentioned which paint a more vivid picture in the reader's mind. R means remove. Remove anything that is unnecessary, repeated, or confusing. Remove words, phrases, or sentences that don't belong, repeat, or distract from your main point. We sometimes end up repeating the same details by accident, so we need to remove these from our writing. Ask yourself, is anything unnecessary or off topic? Did I repeat the same idea? Is there a sentence that doesn't belong? Or can I remove extra words? For example, I stepped into the bakery which was opened in 1998 according to a sign on the door. The warm smell of bread, cookies, cakes, and muffins filled the whole entire room completely. It reminded me of my grandma's kitchen when she used to bake for us every Sunday morning before church. We can change this to, I stepped into the bakery and the warm smell of bread and cookies filled the room, reminding me of my grandma's kitchen on Sunday mornings. Here we remove the opened in 1998 sign as it's not really helpful to the story. The long list of items was simplified but still gives sensory vividness of the items in the bakery. The line whole entire room completely was removed as it was repetitive. And finally, the memory of Grandma's kitchen has been tightened up but keeps the imagery intact. M means move. Move words, sentences, or ideas so the writing flows better and makes more sense. The story should flow smoothly and logically so the reader can follow and enjoy the story. Sit down for a bit and visualize the actions taking place in your story. Try to think about what would logically happen next and if it makes sense in the context of what you're writing about. If it doesn't, try rewriting the paragraph so it flows better. Ask yourself, would this part work better somewhere else? Does this sentence belong here? Or do I need to reorder my ideas? For example, I sprinted down the hallway, my backpack bouncing painfully against my shoulders. The overhead lights buzzed loudly as I raced past classroom doors. I didn't want to be late again because my teacher had already warned me twice this week. The bell was about to ring, and the sound of other students rushing made my heart pound faster. We can change this to: the bell was about to ring, and the sound of other students rushing made my heart pound faster. I didn't want to be late again because my teacher had already warned me twice this week. I sprinted down the hallway, my backpack bouncing painfully against my shoulders. The overhead lights buzzed loudly as I raced past classroom doors. In the unrevised version, the character was shown running before the reason for running. Good writing often requires moving things around so they flow better. S means substitute. Substitute generic, weak, or unclear words with better vocabulary or phrases. When reviewing your writing, look for words like good, bad, or nice when describing something like situations, people, and things. These are generic, and if you brainstorm a bit more, you can think of more specific vocabulary that fits what you are talking about. Learning more vocabulary helps a lot with this, and the more specific you are, the more vivid your image will be to readers. Ask yourself, can I use a more specific or powerful word? Can I replace this sentence with something clearer? Or can I substitute a vague detail with a specific one? For example, the movie we watched was good. We want to watch it again. We can change this to: the movie we watched had lots of tense and exciting moments that had us on the edge of our seats. The sounds, action, and the unpredictable story was something that we hadn't experienced from a movie in a long time. Once the movie ended, I immediately asked my mom if we could watch it again on Saturday with the rest of the family. Instead of just writing the movie was good, we added more precise vocabulary to describe the feelings the character had while watching the movie. And instead of simply stating we want to watch it again, we added more details that gives more information about the character. Remember, ARMS is one of many tools you can use for improving your ideas in writing. Whenever you finish writing, always check it to see how you can improve it. Until next time.